All right, traders, what's going on? This is the watch list video for Thursday, February 27th, showing you the SPY as I always start off with. Another red day. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It's just another weekday, but again, there's always something to trade. A lot of the trades right now are coronavirus related. I've been trying to do this lately. I'm gonna slide my results from today over now. Again, I want to repeat. I'm not trying to give false image of success here. That includes scale outs. So I didn't take 24 separate trades, but every trade I take, I buy it generally in one sum, a full position, if you will, and then I scale out in parts. There are times I will buy twice. So anyway, every time I click buy or sell, understand that that's counted through TradeStation as a trade. So that looks more impressive than it is, but at the same time, still proud of it. All right, so the SPY, again, fairly ugly, but we're doing a really good job in chat. Those of you that were there today know what I'm talking about. We're doing a really good job working together and finding the in-play stocks. And as you know, we like to hit them at the right entry moment so we can get trading results like that. Get long and scale out into strength, right? Pretty successful. I've had a great week. Anyway, I've got a big list for tomorrow, so let's just get right to it. I'm going to rip through it. COCP had this big move, then the gap up, red day, another red day. I don't love this one because, a couple red days, but, we get a narrow range for the first hour or something, and then it breaks to the upside. You might get a little mini squeeze pop, right? And as a day trader, that can be enough to make you some nice money. GNPX, kind of simple again, really, really strong stock. Now you've got a couple red days, kind of a big nasty day today, but still just barely got down to the 8-day. Certainly on Bounce Watch. Remember, I'll never take a trade unless it gives me an A+ intraday setup, but we always start with the daily chart, and that's what these videos are all about, stuff to watch tomorrow, right? SDGR, crazy strong, 2 days lower, declining volume, pretty good setup for a potential bounce. TOCA, TOCA, massive move here, a few days lower, declining volume. So you kind of see a theme here, right? IFRX, you can see that. I'll zoom in out. Whoops, zoom in so you can see it a little better. Come on. There we go. Almost like this look better, right? Anyway, when you zoom in, you see it recently hit almost 5. Certainly interesting over 5. IFRX, where am I? NNVC. NNVC gapped up, sold off again, and a nice turn back up today, closing well off of its highs, but this is another coronavirus play, so we are going to keep our eyes on it as well. Lumber liquidators, not coronavirus related, but some crazy action lately, going out at its highs today. The next recent high was yesterday at 11, and then you had a spike back here to 11.84. Keep in mind, it did this day, in a weak market tape pre-earnings. So a lot of people bail out before earnings and then, or maybe short it before earnings. Then they got a surprise gap up. So short's kind of in trouble, and this one has a lot of shorts in it. So any look tomorrow of strength, we might get a nice trade. AIM, another coronavirus play. This one, a coronavirus play. This is kind of obscure because it's sort of a choppy chart. Big gap up on big volume back here. Came down, found support, and starting to curl up. So if these plays go, that's another one I'm going to watch. CPHI is another one. I don't think you can see the name here. It's China Pharma Holdings. So China and pharma, right? How can you turn your back on that during times like this? Topped out the other day at 60 and is kind of building its way back up, maybe through 60 cents tomorrow. Maybe we get a big move. Certainly had a big move a few weeks ago. VXRT, huge move today. Hats off to Joe H in chat who pointed out, and it was already on the overnight list because I like the chart a lot. Pointed out a big seller on the tape at 30 cents, which was also the high a couple days ago. So that's like breakout territory, and a seller there. That's one of our favorite setups, and it ended up. It exceeded expectations. It went all the way to $1.90. When I said 30 cents, I meant $1.30. So this one has to go on watch tomorrow. Coronavirus play, right? mRNA. One of the strongest stocks in the world lately, coronavirus related, topped out at 30. And after hours, by the way, it's trading at 32 something. So really holding up well. TEDU, I believe this is a Chinese online education company. If they're going to have to start going to school from home. I guess that's the thesis behind this one. Closing well off its highs, but we're going to watch it as well. CODX, one of the strongest stocks in the world. They make test kits. I don't know if they're publicly available and being sold all over the world or not, though. Do your own due diligence on that. Certainly had a huge move today, really extended, but anything can happen, so it goes on a chart. Gilead, one of the more normal pharmaceutical plays that's being touted as possibly having some work for the coronavirus, and a pretty strong day today. If you pan out, I mean, it's nowhere near all-time high. So this one, I mean, you could argue has some room to run, even though had a big move today. So we're going to keep our eyes on GILD. A couple more. CBLI, again, ran a couple weeks ago on coronavirus, came almost all the way back down, and then had a nice rip today, so that could have a follow-through tomorrow. Reminds me a little bit of that NNVC. And then lastly, Etsy. Etsy's just gapping in after hours, trading at $56 right now on earnings. So possible gap play tomorrow. Man, there's plenty to watch, and we'll probably have some gappers to add to this list. So show up in the morning in the chat room, focused, coffee, caffeine, whatever your source for caffeine, and be ready to go because we got a lot to watch, all right? Great teamwork, guys. We'll see you in the chat tomorrow.